That's what I was just thinking. What is going on, guys, and welcome to another video on my channel. And today, although it is late, we have got ourselves a Royal... No, you haven't. That didn't make any sense. What am I saying? It's a Royal Rumble 2016 preview and predictions, and I'm joined alongside my special guest, although he's not that special. Introduce yourself.
Hi.
It is Harry. He's been on here before, most retarded.
Most retarded? Just think about previous guests and then think about that again.
Fair enough. Okay. We're going to go through match and match. We're going to give our thoughts on it individually. We'll probably laugh at each other's stupidity.
I don't know.
You are retarded. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. But we're going to get into it, and we'll possibly talk about... We won't talk about the Royal Rumble match itself. We'll leave that till the end, but it is tonight. The pre-show. Let's talk about the pre-show match. Am I the only one that doesn't give a fuck?
I don't really care either. I mean, it seems to be that there are only sort of one legitimate tag team in there, which are the Dudley Boys. And I have a feeling that they're going to win.
Well, and the Ascension, to be fair.
Well, no, but
they're not really legitimate, yeah, that's what you're saying.
Exactly. Like... Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'll let you go off and do that, and I'll just continue for now. I assume we just let that keep going. I don't know what's... Oh, God. Anyway, so if you didn't know, the match is Darren Young and Damien Sandow versus Dudley Boys versus The Ascension versus Mark Henry and Jack Swagger. So, basically, two teams have just been thrown together. The winners of this Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match will qualify for the Royal Rumble. Not that it really matters, because neither of these 8 competitors are actually going to win. Betting wise, Dudley Boys are favourites. If I had to make a prediction, I'd probably go for them. Ascension, no way. Darren Young and Damien Sandow, cannot see it. Mark Henry, Jack Swagger, quite possibly. But to be honest with you, I couldn't give a fuck about this match.
Well... I have a feeling that the Dudley Boys, being the only sort of legitimate threat in there, will be the winners of the match. Although you could argue that Jack Swagger and Mark Henry, both being former World Heavyweight Champions, would be in the match. And, you know, especially since this is probably going to be Mark Henry's last Rumble match, you would see that could be a factor into them going in.
I think it's between two teams.
It's between those two teams, really.
Much more else that's going to happen with that. We'll then talk about the WWE Tag Team Champions, New Day versus the Usos. We'll give our prediction and what we want in a minute. But as for the feud itself, well, it's not really been one. New Day have been more interested in Chris Jericho, it seems, than the Usos. Yeah, the feud itself hasn't been great. The match will probably be a decent match if it's given time. Oh my god, Negredo and he's gone. But that's irrelevant. Is it time to change the tag team champions and give it to the Usos?
No.
I agree. Do you think WWE will feel it's time to change the tag team champions to freshen something up? Because they have
hopefully not, because the New Day are white hot at the moment, and they are, you know, probably one of WWE's most attractive sort of...
Kofi is an attractive young guy. I mean,
I didn't mean it like that. I mean, they're one of the biggest draws. You know, it's up there. They're up there with. Don't fucking chuckle. They're up there with you know, with Kevin Owens and Lesnar. You know,
yeah. No,
they are one of the main reasons that people tune into Raw every week. So I think that they will stick with them.
What, we'll gain the title, and then what, in the Rumble? Not in the Rumble?
In the Rumble, I believe.
What, all three?
All three of them, yeah. Hopefully they come out as one number, like I said to you earlier.
Yeah. I'd like that, although I can't see it happening. I have a funny feeling that Usos are gonna...
I know you said that earlier, but
yeah,
I can't see it.
Betting wise is very tight. I think WWE want to freshen it up in the tag team and want to give it to them. I think it's the wrong decision, but I think they will. As I said, this could be a good match. I expect it. I don't expect us to open the show. I actually expect Dean Ambrose and Kevin Owens to open the show for the simple fact of they're going to want them to
be in the Rumble and have a threat.
Have a little bit of a rest after what will be one of the most outstanding last man standing matches. That kind of didn't sound right. Ever. And let's talk about it. Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens, one of the hottest rivalries on WWE television at the moment. It comes to a climax at the Royal Rumble as Dean Ambrose, the Intercontinental Champion, takes on former Intercontinental Champion and the the person he won it from, Mr. Kevin Owens. Your winner, why, the feud itself. What's your thoughts on it all?
Well, you know for a fact that I'm a big Dean Ambrose fan. I feel not just because of that I've got him down to win. It's the fact that he's one of the company's biggest baby faces. And so that I think that means that since WWE feel that since he is a baby face, he will win. And you know, especially since he's clearly not going to win the Rumble, so they need to keep him relevant by having this title. And I feel like Owens is at that point now that he can move on to bigger and better things.
Can either of these afford to lose at a pay-per-view in this match? Ideally.
Well,
do you another question? Do you think a last man standing match helps one of them? You know, it makes that loss a little less.
It does take away the loss sort of factor. It shows that Ambrose is a legitimate champion. He's a legitimate threat. But it also shows that Owens can hold his own. And you know, it's also going back to my previous point about Owens moving on. This could also factor in. There could be a dusty finish to this, and that means that Owens could move on to a different rivalry. I mean, I don't think that'll happen.
Yeah.
I think Owens will find his own way out, but I'm just saying that could be a factor.
I'm going to throw it in there. AJ Styles comes out. I don't know.
No.
Puts himself into the Intercontinental Championship.
We'll talk about AJ Styles later.
Kevin Owens. Both of these I assume you think will be in the Rumble.
Yep. Surely.
Who do you think has the more... I know you just said Dean Ambrose won't win the Rumble, but out of the two, who do you think has more chance of winning the Rumble tonight?
Owens.
I agree. As for my prediction for this feud's been awesome. Just the violence, the aggression, the new, well, not the new side of Kevin Owens, but the Kevin Owens we saw on NXT, we started to see with this feud. Whether they're lining him up to do something bigger and better, one would hope. However, we know with WWE that's not always the case. I think it's kind of, it's going to be a great match, but neither really can afford the loss. I think Kevin Owens is going to get it, so long as he has a good Rumble, comes out, I don't know, number 4, lasts the whole length, then perhaps it will be not that bad and not that damaging to him. But I think Dean Ambrose is going to walk into WrestleMania with the title and face Chris Jericho, something like that. So that's what I'm predicting. Dean Ambrose to regain in what could be an incredible last man standing match, or could be a shit last man standing match, because there has been some shit last man standing matches. I mean, it can't be shit with these two in, surely. Moving on then, let's have a quick look at the United States Championship. Kalisto, the United States... Oh no, wait, he's not the United States Champion, that's right. He held it for one day and lost it again. All that excitement from winning it, only to lose it on SmackDown, and for WWE to spoil their own show. It was a weird week in WWE, but it did see the weekend with Alberto Del Rio as the champ, much the same as it started. Now he heads into the Rumble. Are they going to continue this hot potato-like thing with the United States Championship and have Kalisto take it back? Or do you think Mr. Del Rio is going to reign supreme at the Rumble?
I have a feeling that it was actually. I have a feeling that they are going to give Kalisto his big underdog victory, very Rey Mysterio-like victory at the Rumble, to take the US title away from Del Rio, just to make it that more special.
Right.
Because it was, I mean, it is not going to be as special as it was on Raw when he first took it, but it will still be special because we all love Kalisto.
Do you think it was logical to have him drop it on SmackDown?
If you were going to do it at the Royal Rumble, then, well, there was no other choice. But I don't think they should have... If they were going to do that, if they were going to have them fight for it at the Rumble, why give it to him in the first place?
Exactly. What? And if they're not going to have him win tonight, why have him win it? Do you think this push is a genuine push, or do you think this is just, oh, we're going to push him because Sin Cara's out injured?
I think he deserves the push, don't get me wrong.
Oh, I think everyone thinks that.
I think
the fact is, he's WWE pushing him. I'm
hoping that he's getting a push because he's, legitimately talented and he deserves the push. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that, maybe Sin Cara comes back heel, I don't know, and challenges for it, just to just to spice things up between those two.
No, I think the Lucha Dragons were so hot. I think that if Sin Cara wouldn't have been injured,
then that wouldn't have happened. No.
Then they'd be tag team champions at the Royal Rumble. They'd win it at the Royal Rumble. That's my honest opinion, and I wouldn't be as negative to that as I would be if Usos win. For me, Alberto Del Rio regains. I think they're setting him up for something big at Mania. For me, Del Rio needs to go face. I don't know. I might be the only person in the world that thinks that, but I don't like the League of Nations. They're not letting Alberto Del Rio be Alberto Del Rio.
It's a shit angle.
It's a difficult one with him because he's such an amazing talent, yet once again, like on his first run, you feel like he's being wasted. God knows whether this push, or if you want to call it a push, is genuine for Kalisto or not. I think it was bizarre what they did on Raw and SmackDown, but there you go. They did it. Interesting match. Will probably be a really good match if the other two have anything to go by. And Valencia have equalised, and they may just have saved Mr. Gary Neville's job. That's beside the point. Let's move on to the other match. We've run out of time. Divas Champion Charlotte takes on Becky Lynch with Rick the Woo Man Flair in Charlotte's corner. Am I the only one getting fucked off with the Woo chants? Because they're starting to piss me off. And Ric Flair's starting to fuck me off. I saw a question on, I can't remember, on something I was reading the other day. Is Ric Flair the most important member of the Divas division?
You could argue that. I mean, he's the only reason. He's the only sort of thing that's keeping Divas Championship matches relevant.
Yeah, I think this could steal the show.
Well, yeah, they're two very talented females, but I have a feeling that they're going to have Becky Lynch win.
You think they're going to have Becky Lynch?
Well, again, another underdog story type thing.
Yeah, well, I want Becky Lynch to win. I am bored of the. Surely WWE can be a bit more creative than just this constant underdog story.
Yeah, I know, but that's how they work. It happened with Daniel Bryan, Kalisto, Becky Lynch, Rey Mysterio, John Cena for a bit,
Roman Reigns,
and even Chris Benoit.
You're not going to say his name.
Yes.
But we did. Yeah, so what we're going to talk about here then, Ric Flair, is he going to screw Becky Lynch again? I'd
like to see him screw Charlotte over.
That would be funny. But then that would kind of make... It's difficult really, isn't it? Because Charlotte's a better heel. I mean, she's shit on the mic.
Very true.
She's as bad as Ryback. In the ring, she's 10 times better than Ryback. As I say, I am quite looking forward to this match.
The big guy.
My prediction, I think Charlotte will regain. I really do. Let's move on then to the last and the least intriguing match. I think it's fair to say.
The least intriguing, is that right?
The 30-man over the top rope Royal Rumble. I mean, this is going to be a slugfest. I'd rather watch Big Show versus Mark Henry. I'm not going to lie to you. It is for the No, it's not. It's for the World Heavyweight Championship. Roman Reigns, for the first time in WWE history, defends his title. And I say defends his title because the title was actually on the line in a previous Royal Rumble. It just wasn't defended. Ric Flair won that year, I believe.
That was true.
I'm a genius. Not that I was there, because I was kind of dead. Well, no, I suppose I wasn't dead.
You're a little spermy.
What would we say? Was I dead? No, I just wasn't. That's a weird thought, isn't it?
You're a spermy.
This is not the point of the video. The 30-man Royal Rumble match. Will AJ, Mr. Styles, be involved in this match?
Well, one would like to think so, but I don't... when I was talking to you the other day about how I would book it, he fit in well, didn't he?
Go on, tell your little booking story.
The booking...
It is absolutely fucking brilliant.
Okay, so... The last two, Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns.
Sorry.
Roman Reigns throws Brock Lesnar over the top rope. He's won! Oh my god! Out comes Vinnie Mac. He's not allowing it. He's not having it, you know? He's like, no, I'm restarting the match. There'll be one more entrant. Out comes AJ Styles.
I think that would be good as well, because everyone would expect it to be Triple H. Everybody would like
exactly,
and then his music hit. It would be like, yeah, I like that.
And then he's like, he eliminates Roman Reigns. AJ Styles has won the title. Now, AJ Styles gets on the mic. He's now the big heel champion, the big void that Seth Rollins has left.
Although the whole internet wrestling community will love him,
exactly,
including us. Not that I class myself as
including
part
us,
of that, but.
And then so he's like, okay, well I couldn't have done this alone, and out he brings Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson, two members of the Bullet Club. And he's like, we are the new big stable. He wouldn't say this exactly, just paraphrase. We are the new big stable here in the WWE, here to take over. And then we introduce to our leader, and out comes the NXT champion, Finn Balor. And that is the Balor Club, and they will run the WWE.
And that closes the show.
And that's how I'd like them to book it, but it won't. And then I think Triple H will win it. So there you go.
So you think Triple H is going to win? I don't think Triple H is going to win. I don't understand why he got himself into a match
he comes out
when he can just give himself a title anyway. I think he'll probably screw Roman Reigns out of it. Although I still think my pick for the Royal Rumble, not that I want, but what I think, is Mr. Roman Reigns. I know he said rape. Roman Reigns. I think he is quite simply going to destroy everybody, really. I think he'll eliminate Brock Lesnar. I think that will go down really well. I think he'll get as many boos as he did last year. And yeah, I think it will just be quite simply a little bit of...
It's either that Triple H wins it, or he comes out after Reigns has won it to set up the match for WrestleMania.
I'm not really down, though, for Roman Reigns winning, I'm not going to lie.
No, I'm not really either.
That's pretty much it then for this video. We have previewed it. Who we want to win the Rumble. Who would you want to win the Rumble? If you could pick anybody, realistically, not Jeff Hardy.
Who realistically would I like to win? Yeah. Heath Slater? No. We'll go with... Oh, this is difficult.
No, it's
Lesnar. Lesnar.
Yeah,
easily.
I don't mind Lesnar.
You don't mind Lesnar? You love Lesnar. Owens Lesnar would be
Why I wouldn't mind. Yeah, any of
too.
them. I'm fine as long... Anyone but you, Roman. Anyone but you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you. Oh, God, not Braun Strowman. Oh, God, Lesnar Strowman. I'll leave you on that thought. It's rumoured for WrestleMania. Shoot yourself now. Save yourself.